Hello everybody, it's Hagar Hellfist again for another Call of Duty Zombies game video. Um, Today is the day. Season 2 comes out in just a little bit. Unfortunately, it's not quite out in my time zone yet, so I have to wait a little bit. So I thought I'd decide to do another bit of camo grinds before Season 2 comes out. Today we're going to be working on the WSP 9 submachine gun, which is not my favorite submachine gun. It kind of has a slow rate of fire for me, and I kind of like the burp guns, but that's why we're also going to be doing the WSP Swarm submachine guns. In this case, we're actually doing the variant that came with the skin that I bought for Entopic Ecstasy, if I remember correctly. It's supposed to be, if I remember correctly, it's supposed to be a Kimbo. So we're going to see how well these work and just have some fun. So let me make sure I grab them. Alright, so it's on there. I got raw earthen crystals for the weapons. I got the rare tool because I'm going to put it on the swarms. Last night I kind of filled up my backpack with as many of the perks that I wanted, since I would have to wait for the cooldown, and I decided to do it last night so that way today I would have them again once I get done with this and Season 2 comes out. So let's go ahead and get started. These is, as far as I'm aware, pretty much all these require just being pack-punched and then killing 600 or 300 zombies or mercs, just getting 300 kills. So we're gonna do the one that's my least favorite first, and then we'll go on to the one that I'm actually looking forward to playing. So yeah, I'm excited for Season 2. I've been watching a Twitch streamer that's based in the UK, and apparently they have it already. And from what I could tell, she already has unlocked the one of the introduced weapons. So I'm gonna, as soon as I get done with this video, I'm gonna go back to watching her and watch, gameplay and see what it's about. Unfortunately, there's still nothing dedicated for zombies yet. It's probably gonna be next month before we get the new story missions and other various new warlord and things like that are designed specifically for zombies. But I'm still looking forward to it today because I got more prestige levels I can level up. I can work my way through the battle pass. Once I get to the next prestige level, they'll have new calling cards I can work on, various things like that. So definitely looking forward to watching or playing rather playing the new Season 2 stuff, even though we don't get anything for zombies specifically. So yep. So almost ready to start this one. Today I decided I want to do a little bit more personal stuff. I want to, as I'm playing, let you know about Hagar, who they are and what they like. I did make a video yesterday, but I was not pleased with how it came out, so unfortunately I did not put that one. Yep, it is a Kimbo. Unfortunately, we lose the skin, but yeah. Ooh, good. A vehicle right nearby.
Tango removed.
Yeah, you notice that? That kind of slow rate of fire on this thing. Oop. And I like the
Bounty hunt contract locate. Time to go.
The fast rate of fire, the burp guns, as it were. So we'll see how well that.
Strike team, you're approaching a terminus stronghold. Recommend you prep for engagement or move to avoid.
Purified water. I'll take some purified water.
You have to catch them.
I thought I saw something over here.
Catching that target. My team will get it easy.
And then I could have swore, I guess I did, which had another armor. Alright, let's go find this bad boy and murderize him. Mangler, so we should be okay, even though we don't have a weapon upgrade on it. We just have the pack a punch. Up there, don't have to worry about them.
Because your target is close.
Take that.
Autograph this guy's most wanted card.
Grab some ammo. And we'll get this out.
I'll get us there.
I like how fast this thing is, but sometimes it can bounce like a dang pinball.
Barrera has lost contact with his squad testing new equipment. Find out what happened to him.
And after I get the season pass today, I want to see if I can get the Heaven or Hell pack, because like I said, I did like, oh, we might go through, or I might go through and see a vehicle and see if there's any packs that I can get that I like the skins for.
You could say these phase crystals are terraformers.
SP.
Perhaps ether formers would be more apt. This is no time for a lecture, Dr. Barrera. You've come to corpses.
Go ahead and play it up. So while we're doing this, something that's a little bit less attention intensive, I guess. Yeah, let me go ahead and kind of tell you what I like, what I don't like. Mostly what I like, because I like to talk about the things that I do like. So the biggest one that I kind of figured out that I kind of want to talk about was my love for Warhammer 40k. Oh my goodness. I heard a rumor, just a single rumor, so I cannot even begin to say that this is what's going to happen. It is that Call of Duty might, again, very, very much might, have a Call of Duty crossover. If that happens, I would be so excited. I would buy pretty much everything for it, because I am such a Warhammer 40k fan. It's not even funny. Now, unfortunately, it does, the rumor that I saw did mention that it was going to be the Dark Angels and the Sisters of Battle, which, you know, I am a Space Wolf fan. I don't know if anybody knows Warhammer 40k in this community, but Space Wolves are basically space Vikings. I'll take that. And I'm a
Time to go.
pretty decent sized Viking fan. Like, I like,
Ether purge contract.
you know, just Vikings in general. I consider Freya, one of the Norse deities, my patron goddess. And when I first started getting into Warhammer 40k, it was mainly just because I was bored and I wanted something to do. And I thought, you know, let me try getting into this Warhammer 40K thing just to paint, because I just wanted something to be artistic with for once. I'm not generally an artistic person. And so I looked at the various, the first chapter that I kind of came across was the Black Templars, and I kind of liked it. You know, it was a simple paint scheme that I could do. Basically, it's black and white and red. It are the kind of the three main colors of the Black Templars. But
I'll get us there.
then after doing a little bit of that, like, I did more searching, because I was like, I want to know more about the lore of the universe. So I started looking into other Space Marine chapters and things, and I saw Space Wolves, and just basically I fell in love from there. I have pretty decent sized Space Wolf army. Not all of it is painted, and nearly not all of it is good painted. I'm not an artist at all, so it was, but it's fun. I'm not terrible at painting. Like, I think I do a fairly okay job, but it was definitely not as good as some other people that I've seen paint. It's definitely not even. It's definitely not as good as, like, the people who do like the competitions for painting and stuff like that. I'm nowhere near that. Although I do have the dubious honor of being second place in the local painting competition that we did for a tournament at one point. I got second place, so that was, you know, granted there wasn't a huge amount of people who applied, put in their efforts for it, but the guy who does the best painting around, he obviously won, and I consider him a friend. He's a great painter, and I would oh, dang it. And I just, his stuff is just amazing. Although he plays a Chaos Space Marine chapter that is based, ooh, nice. That is based off of, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain it to people who don't really know the lore, but it's they basically follow the chaos god, the evil god of Nurgle.
Raid weapon stash contract here.
Which Nurgle is the god, the chaos god of pestilence and disease. And I kind of like the lore, because that god is not like necessarily evil. Well, he's evil. He's definitely evil. But he's a very, they call him Grandfather Nurgle because he's very, like, nice. Like, he wants to share. He doesn't just want to infect. He wants to share his diseases and pestilences, because they're a good thing. To him. We'll go get this guy up right quick, because we're nearby. No point ignoring him. And, but yeah, he's very friendly and happy, and he wants to be a good person, or be a good deity by spreading diseases. My personal favorite of the evil factions is Khorne, the chaos god of kind of murder and war and just basically, to kind of give you an idea, blood for the blood god, skull for the skull throne. He cares not from whence the blood flows, only that it does.
Intel suggests there's a mother load of terminus weapons in your AO. I want
And
them added to our stockpile.
if I didn't have the Space Wolves to play as, the evil factions that worship corn would definitely be my army of choice. Uh-oh. It's a merc stronghold. I should have checked that.
It's a fluid situation out there. Tactical priorities change.
Indicating
I
spore
get it.
control contract.
But yeah, so Space Wolves are my jam. Like I said, Space Vikings. They also have, you know, a very wolf motif, which I absolutely adore wolves. So it just made the most sense to go with them. My personal, they're split up into great companies. The great company that I tend to kind of base my painting on is Ragnar Blackmane. Great company. Because the way I played was they have things called drop pods that
Time to go.
that Space Marines will utilize to assault when they do things, and Ragnar Blackmane, great company, is known to be the best at doing that. They didn't have any special rules or anything like that that made them better in game for it, but it was just a holy crap, everything's far apart on this one. But I love that style of play, so that's, you know, being able to drop anywhere you want, basically. Because the drop pods, instead of deploying, you know, in your own kind of little battle space, they let you deploy anywhere within reason, obviously. Like, it wasn't just you could put your models anywhere you wanted. They would deviate, so, and you could lose them. You could lose your units. Ooh, excuse me.
I'll get us there.
But that's the way I played, and so I kind of just gravitated towards that Space Marine leader, the Space Wolf leader. And just the other big thing was he was one of the few that actually had a book written about him. And obviously I've read all the books about him that I could. And it actually kind of segues into how I picked my name. Because obviously Vygar is not my given name. I don't know if I'll ever kind of say that information in any of my videos, at least not for a little while. But one of the characters in the Ragnar series of books was named Hygar, and I just loved his character. He was very friendly, you know, just a humorous person who he loved to eat, and I have been known to wolf down my fair share of food, so.
Well, maybe just for a second, but you proved me wrong. Those spores seem tender.
So yeah, I chose Hygar as my first name, and then Hellfist is just I'm I'm military, Marine Corps, and I do.
Buy station right here. Time to
I don't
go.
like to fight. I'm actually very adverse to fighting, but I will fight for what I need to. And so I chose Hellfist as kind of my clan name. Oop, I don't want that. I want. I'm not gonna be able to get into this thing, I think. Let's go find another one. Oh well. What we'll do, until that, we'll go over to this one.
Buy station right here.
So yeah, that kind of is a quick background of my name and where it kind of come from. Again, I love the Space Wolves, and if put down in the comments if you've ever heard of Warhammer 40k and if you enjoy it, what your preferred army or faction is. I don't think there's any bad factions. I believe that if you love the game, then you love the game. It doesn't matter who you support.
I'll get us there.
Yeah, we'll take this car. You know, it's like my love for motorcycles. You know, it doesn't matter how many, what you ride, as long as you're on two wheels, you're a homie, right? But that's another thing that I'm kind of in. I actually had a motorcycle accident some years ago. Almost lost my leg, but I would still get on a motorcycle tomorrow if I could. Doesn't matter if you're on a moped or on a Harley or on a Kawasaki. You know, if you're a crotch rocket rider or if you're a hog. You know, the fact that you're on two wheels and you're doing it safely, that's what I care about.
Time to go.
Yeah, so that's a little bit about me. I'm also an avid reader. Again, like I've read all the Space Wolf, well, not all the Space Wolf books, but a very good majority of them.
I'll get us there.
Yeah, I've been reading since I was a small child, so probably not quite 40 years of reading, but just about. I'm working on 40 years of reading. I'm also a very avid gamer. Obviously, I play Call of Duty, but I've been playing video games almost as long as I've been reading. So I remember back in the day playing on an Apple II computer, little hard hat Harry. You know, so I love first-person shooters. Is one of my big ones, obviously. That's kind of currently my current trend, or what I like to play. But I've been known to go down in a RPG.
Time to go.
You know, I love video games. My current setup is fairly old, at least in tech speak, in tech years. My processor is okay, but my video card is only NVIDIA 1060, so I'm technically below specs, but that shows, you know, just how, you know, versatile that video card is. Eventually I want to probably get a 30 series or equivalent. I'll probably stick with NVIDIA. I haven't had any issues with them. But we'll see, you know, once I'm able to afford it. Because thankfully the whole cryptocurrency thing has kind of cooled down, and video cards are not quite as bad as they used to be. There it is. I was just wondering. Now we get those tracers.
Indicating spore control contract. I'll get us there.
That. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. If you have any questions, you know, what my favorite books might be, what my favorite video game might be, those are definitely hard questions to ask, because I don't believe I have a single best book, or even book series, because I think all books, while they may vary in, one might suppose, quality, you know, I think as long as a person tries to write, and they don't write about something that's you know, at least in a positive light, about stuff that's kind of evil, one might say. I believe all books are valuable. You know, anybody can enjoy. Like, people make fun of the Twilight books all the time. I have never read them myself, because that generic doesn't, or at least that series doesn't kind of pull my attention, as it were. You know, I still think, you know, if people do like it, let people like what they like, you know. Doesn't hurt anybody. You don't have to read it.
Undead hostile terminated.
You know, the same goes for movies. Like, right now I'm kind of not necessarily done with movies, but I just haven't been interested in watching movies in quite a while.
Glad you're on our side.
So, let's see, nothing yet.
Deceased tango removed.
But and movies are even harder for me to kind of decide what's my favorite movie.
And that is a whole other level of badness.
I like all sorts of genres. Comedies, action. You know, your standard white male experiences. You know, but again, it's one of those things where, you know,
Time to
everyone
go.
has their own favorite, and as long as you're not trying to,
Found an
force
ether
that
purge contract.
on other people, enjoy what you enjoy. Don't be afraid to say what you enjoy either. Don't let people tell you, you know, this is bad, this is not good,
Confirming
this
zombie
is
kill.
whatever. You know, if it makes you happy, have fun. That's what I say. But like music, that's another thing I like. I'm currently going through I'm kind of into rock, heavy metal, that kind of stuff. Although, I would have to say Metallica is my favorite band ever. But again, I have so many favorite bands that it's hard for me to just say
Travel to marked
this
area.
is my favorite band ever.
One less undead. I'll get us
Grab
there.
this since it's mostly full. Hopefully this isn't taken. Oh, it's closed up.
My team were here to test the phase neutralization device.
Looks like we're going to be
Hope they're
clearing
all right.
infested stronghold.
Must be the missing squad. Start it up.
Decided to try to jump. Gotta get outside. While we're here, let's go ahead and fill up our gas mask. But yeah, another one of my favorite bands that I'm currently listening to is Hailstorm. I love them. Particularly because they sing about, or they write music that just kind of says F you to people who would, say that what you like, what you enjoy, is wrong. Purple in a tier 1 zone. that other one go? Huh, that's weird. Let's go ahead and start our mission, our contract.
From dark ether vortices.
But yeah, the Hailstorm is another one of my favorites. They're pretty reckless, pretty good. I like them. In this moment is been in my list a lot. But I like all sorts of things. I grew up country. Well, I didn't grow up in the country. I grew up listening to country. My parents, my dad particularly, was a huge country fan. So I, grew up listening to like George Jones and Hank Williams Jr. and whatnot. So I like the old school country. Not a big fan of pretty much anything past the Dixie Chicks. It's just for me. It became too pop, which I know is a common complaint about country, especially by country fans. But I grew up listening to old country. Alan Jackson, George Strait, George Jones.
It worked! Just like I knew it would. This is a real breakthrough for us.
Did good strike team. You have earned Dr. Barrera's gratitude. Get back on patrol.
Time to go.
Hey, we're almost done for today. I need another.
Indicating spore control contract.
Got 11:40 left. Still got to get this. 300 kills on these guns. But yeah, so I like various things. But the biggest thing I've tried to take away from everything that I like is just not being, critical of what everybody else likes. I'm not a fan of rap. Like, I don't really listen to it. Like, I've listened to some Eminem and stuff like that every now and then, but I'm not a huge fan of it. But
I'll get us there.
other people want to listen to it, more power to them. More power to them. Let people enjoy what they want to enjoy.
Dimensional fluctuations seem to be part of a greater life cycle of dark ether phenomena.
Sometimes that just call them spores.
That inhibitor produces infrared, which will disrupt the protective field that spores emit. What he means is get device in range of spores, and in time and price, drag it till it is dead. One more shrill spore.
That's my kind of guiding star right now. Is just, let people enjoy what they want to enjoy as long as you're not hurting anybody else. It goes kind of the same with, social issues as well. As long as you're not actively hurting anybody else. And the problem is, unfortunately, what some people see as actively hurting other people else is not always, the same as what I see as actively hurting anybody else. But that's why, and I'm gonna get a little social on you. Say something that not everyone might agree with, but I am a fan, a supporter, not a fan, I guess, a supporter of like the LGBT community. I don't mind drag, I don't mind gays. In fact, I celebrate them. they've had to,
Man, saving the world is pretty fun.
you know, live lives where they couldn't be their authentic self, and they get shit for it.
You stop those sports from
And
leveling up into body
I'm not one of those people.
and I don't need to tell you how dangerous those are, huh?
You know, I say let them. They're not hurting anybody. You know, they're definitely not trying to make me become gay or bisexual or transgender or anything like that. Yeah, we have to see it, but I have to see straight people all the time too. So, you know, what's I don't know what the problem is, but
Time to go.
anyway, to get away from getting too crazy about social issues, because I could go all day about it.
Pull us outside. We did what we could.
I hear you. Hang tight, I'm on my way.
Confirming zombie kill.
Alright, let's kind of gather these guys up while we're doing that.
Undead hostile coming. Don't get me.
I have to be close to my 300. There it is. Speak of the devil. Go ahead and get out of this. I think we don't need any more.
Extract helo departing easy. See you soon,
Oh
Deadbolt.
shit. That got stuck on something on there. Weird, really weird. So that is that. Very nice. Just I hope you all enjoyed the video today. Like I said, I wanted to kind of give you an introduction. I haven't really done that in any of my other videos at all. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there and give you a taste of who I am and what I've done. You know, and what I think. I'm very much, you know, I try to be as kind as I can, and take that in every aspect of my life. There we go, 300 of each. So thank you again for joining me today. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, go ahead and leave them down below. Go ahead and click that like if you want. Even better, if you want to go ahead and subscribe to see when I put out more videos, that would be great. Otherwise, you all have a great day, and I will see you next time. Love ya. Bye.